OpenAI has updated its video generating app Sora to allow users to create cameos of themselves in videos. And they're pretty realistic. I mean, I made this one before the show. Emails, Epstein's brother asked if Vladimir Putin has a picture of Donald Trump giving oral sex to someone named Bubba, which was an old nickname for Bill Clinton. So I guess that's one job Trump has created. I don't know if that oral sex story is true, but I do know that image is burned in my brain like that scene from The Shining.
By the way, I never went to the island. I never had the privilege of going to his island. And I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island.
Trump also reacted to news that Prince Andrew lost the title of prince over ties to Jeffrey Epstein, saying he feels badly for the royal family. Trump even sent Prince Andrew a card to cheer him up.
There are roast moments in comedy, and then there is whatever cosmic event happened the night Michael Che decided Trump would be his entertainment target.
President Trump responded to a report showing the U.S. economy was declining by posting, "Be patient." And if his brain gets any worse, he's going to be patient.
Trump wasn't ready, not mentally, not spiritually, and not structurally, because Che wasn't interested in lighthearted humor. He was building a storyline, a punch-packed opera of humiliation, painting Trump as a walking monument to unbothered confidence wrapped around questionable decision-making.
President Trump addressed a joint session of Congress and claimed that no president has changed government faster than him. Yeah, and nobody changed airport security faster than bin Laden.
The U.S. Navy said that it lost a $60 million F-18 fighter jet after it fell off an aircraft carrier into the ocean. Well, thankfully, there's nobody at the bottom of the ocean who could use an airplane. Oh, God.
The punchlines rolled like waves, not giving Trump a moment to recover.
President Trump traveled to the Middle East this week, and if I were him, I would have just stayed there because it looked awesome. Trump arrived in Saudi Arabia, where he was greeted with a lavender carpet which matched the color of his tie and also the length. They also rolled out a mobile McDonald's truck for President Trump's visit, featuring Saudi Arabia's most popular new burger, the McJournalist.
Donald Trump announced he is selling limited edition gold sneakers for $400. You can check them out on the feed of the guy getting dragged off your flight. Attorney General Pam Bondi claimed that if not for Donald Trump seizing fentanyl at the border, 75% of all Americans could be dead. But hey, don't threaten us with a good time.
By the midpoint, Che had mastered the room. Every glance, every smirk, every perfectly timed pause sent the audience into hysterics. The energy wasn't just high, it was volcanic.
Elon Musk is reportedly spending nearly every day with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. But don't worry, Elon will leave as soon as he finishes listing all the dinosaurs in alphabetical order. Elon Musk's new Department of Government Efficiency posted a job listing saying that they are looking for people willing to work 80-plus hours a week for no money. But you can't be surprised that the white African guy's first idea is slavery. Signed an executive order giving refugee status to white people from South Africa. You know, I could have sworn that white people had it good in South Africa. Must be the Mandela effect. The Trump administration announced that after face-to-face talks with China, it is lowering tariffs from 145% to 30%, which is a little like OJ bragging about taking the knife out.
Long after the night was over, the shockwaves continued. Clips went viral. People replayed it just to watch Trump's delayed realization face again. Comment sections erupted with theories about whether Trump was furious, confused, embarrassed, or just hoping nobody had been recording from an angle that captured his soul leaving his body. Unfortunately for him, every angle captured everything. Comedy historians will mark the moment as the night Michael Che discovered the highest possible difficulty setting in roasting, and completed it flawlessly. No shortcut, no hesitation, no mercy. Just pure, unhinged, every celebrity considering roast participation likely stared at that footage and reconsidered their life choices. The cautionary tale was born. If Michael Che is in the lineup, Reconsider attending unless your ego is flame retardant. Che didn't destroy Trump out of hatred. He destroyed him because Trump's public persona was simply too irresistibly exaggerated to ignore. The golden brand, the bombastic tone, the theatrical confidence, it was all perfect comedic fuel. Trump wasn't defeated. Trump was immortalized as premium roast content for generations.
President Trump, while on his trip, said that Iran has sort of agreed to terms for a nuclear deal in the same way Trump has sort of agreed to uphold the Constitution. Many people in Saudi Arabia were very happy with President Trump's visit to the country because rich Saudis love to fly out thick blondes. He will appoint Fox News host Jeanine Pirro as interim U.S. attorney for Washington, D.C. Pirro celebrated the news with a bottle of wine every day for the last 50 years.
The legendary moment didn't fade. It solidified itself in comedy culture as the night ambition, ego, confidence, and hype collided with a comedian armed with perfect timing and zero reluctance. Every punchline became a historical artifact. Every audience screamed a timestamp of chaos. And Trump will forever carry that memory. The night he stepped into a comedic ring thinking charisma would protect him and discovered sarcastic artillery instead. Confidence met comedy, and comedy laughed loudly. The universe will remember. Trump walking away like a man trying very hard to pretend absolutely nothing happened. The walk had the energy of someone whistling loudly after tripping in public, hoping the performance distracts from the fact that the fall absolutely did occur. He straightened his jacket, lifted his chin, and radiated the kind of confidence only someone in emotional quicksand can produce.
The Democratic National Committee protested President Trump's plans to accept a $400 million luxury jet from Qatar by flying a banner over Mar-a-Lago reading Qatar-a-Lago. It's the kind of hilarious stunt that makes you realize why the Democrats will never win again. Ethical experts are also warning that Trump may owe political favors to countries who give him lavish gifts. But based on the way he left the Middle East, I think I know how Trump is going to pay them back.
Meanwhile, Michael Che became an instant legend in the invisible league of comedians who push boundaries without breaking a sweat. The comedy community didn't just applaud, they studied it like meteorologists analyzing a tornado. Slow-motion replays, frame-by-frame breakdowns, digital forensic research on every micro-expression from Trump's face. Entire threads online dedicated to tracking the exact second Trump realized he was no longer in the driver's seat. It was comedy science. Those who watched live gained bragging rights for life. Every retelling starts the same way. Did it reach Che-level destruction? It became a measurement tool, a scale of comedic brutality. Minor burn, medium roast, heavy roast, or Che-grade incineration. Only one performance ever reached the final category. Trump may never publicly acknowledge that night, but the memory will wander behind his eyes forever. The location of that roast sits right inside his mind like a high-budget action scene on loop, whether he likes it or not. Because no matter how many speeches he gives, interviews he does, or headlines he chases, there will always be one unstoppable truth floating in comedy culture. Michael Che didn't just roast him. He rearranged the blueprint of roasting itself.